Disobedient Boy. The village of Yumas sat nestled on the edge of the great forest, its mud-walled huts circled by thriving yam fields. The air here was sweet with the scent of wood smoke and kola nuts. But Yumas held a secret, a boundary respected by every man, woman, and child, the great river. It was the lifeblood of the land, yet it was also the domain of the Mami Wada, the water spirit, beautiful and deadly, who claimed the souls of the careless. In Yumas lived Chike, a boy whose spirit was as bright and restless as a trapped bird. He was loved dearly by his parents, Mama Eek and Papa Obi, who showered him with proverbs and wisdom. But Chike possessed one great flaw, a stubborn ear that listened only to his own heart. The warning, "Chike, my son," Mama Eek warned one humid afternoon, her voice stern as she pounded cassava, "you must listen to my words. Papa Obi and I are going to the distant market today. You must stay within the bounds of the village. And above all, do not, under the sun or the moon, go near the great river." Papa Obi, sharpening his hoe, added, "The riverbanks are slippery now, and the water is swollen. The spirits are hungry this season, my son. Stay far from the water's edge, or the Ioka, the evil water spirit, will pull you down to its dark hut forever." Chike nodded his head with a speed that spoke of impatience, his eyes already drifting towards the forbidden horizon. "Yes, Mama, yes, Papa, I will stay," he promised, though the word felt thin even to his own tongue. The temptation, as soon as his parents' figures disappeared down the winding path, a powerful curiosity, like a drumbeat in his chest, began to call him. The afternoon was long, and the village suddenly felt small and dull. He sat on the porch, playing with a carved goat, but the sound of the nearby river, a low, constant, murmuring hum, beckoned him. "They are only stories," Chike told himself, tossing the carved goat aside. "A grown man's way of keeping a child at home. How can a spirit pull you if you only stand near the bank? I will just dip my toes, just for a moment, to cool the heat." He crept past the last hut, his heart pounding a frantic rhythm against his ribs. The path led him through thick reeds until, finally, the great river burst into view. It was more magnificent than he had ever imagined. The water was a deep, swirling green, and the air here was strangely cool, almost icy. Smooth, dark rocks jutted out, slick with moss. Throwing caution to the wind, Chike scrambled down to the river's edge. He dipped a hand into the water. It was startlingly cold, and yet, soothing. He stepped onto a flat, algae-covered stone, intending to only stand for a moment. The whisper and the capture. Just as he was about to draw his foot back, a sound reached him, not the roar of the current, but a soft, hypnotic melody. It was like the gentle ringing of a brass bell, and it seemed to come from under the water itself. "Little one," a voice whispered, smooth as polished ivory. "Come closer. The sun is hot, but the